Ladies and gentlemen, our final candidate was Oscar.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you all for being here this afternoon, and thank you to the Calgary Leadership Forum for sponsoring this event. Leadership, in my view, is listening. It's about being thoughtful, about being balanced, looking for the common good, discerning what community needs are, and developing with your colleagues positive solutions. It's been my privilege to be able to serve a great city with great leaders for the last many years. But leadership is also about making decisions and setting priorities, doing what's in the public interest, having the courage of your convictions, and something we don't talk about all that often, but it means avoiding making promises you know you can't keep. That's what bothers me so much about this airport tunnel issue. It's symbolic of something more significant. Because a promise is being made to you as citizens that we can have an airport tunnel when we don't have the money. That was made evident to council as recently as July. We do not have the money. So it would be irresponsible and wrong for me as a mayoral candidate to come here to you in an election campaign and make a promise to you that I know I can't keep. Even if I had $500 million to commit to this city in transportation infrastructure, there are more important priorities that face our city that bring us more benefits than a tunnel would do. An east-west tunnel running under a north-south runway would be there to avoid people taking a trip around the north end of the new tunnel, the new runway. It's a 3-kilometer shortcut. For thousands of motorists, when it has zero impact on hundreds of thousands of motorists. It's not worth it, even if we had it. The only way we could get it is to go and put the city deeper in debt and borrow it. Then you have to pay interest, and that ends up on the operating cost side, the operating budget. What would you cut in order to make room for those interest payments? Or raise taxes even higher. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we had $500 million, I'd invest it in LRT. It's the best, most successful light rail system in North America, right here in Calgary. Nobody has a better LRT system than we do. Southeast LRT is the next priority, and City Council adopted my motion in July that gets us a practical way to get started on the LRT to the southeast. It'll get us as far as Douglaston. If I had another $500 million, we could take it all the way down to Seton and the hospital down there, and bring LRT service to another 125 to 150,000 Calgarians. This year we're celebrating 100 years of our parks system. It's the #1 asset that Calgarians tell us they enjoy the most. 100 years from now, I would love Calgarians to bless us as citizens in 2010 for our foresight in creating the LRT transportation spine that helped our community cut our ecological footprint, that helped reduce Calgary's sprawl, that helped us make a more sustainable city and a much better, more interesting city. When they look back, they'll see the decisions that we've made around LRT and transit are the ones that made this a truly great city, much as people had this kind of foresight and courage of their convictions 100 years ago. We live in a great city. In the last 10 years, Calgary has added a city the size of Saskatoon in 10 years. If you think about what the implications of that has been. And at the same time, we've been able to add parks. We've been able to add to our transportation system. We've been able to add recreation centers. We've got started on our recycling and our curbside blue box program. All of these are great accomplishments. And it's been a tremendous privilege to have been chosen by Calgarians like yourself to be your representative, to work for you and help you to make this city what it is. I would welcome the opportunity to represent you and work on your behalf and with you as your next mayor.
Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of, excuse me? You can come see me at the break, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I had the opportunity to serve as a member of City Council. In fact, I was youngest alderman. I was an MLA, and you may have heard Mark Twain, one of his famous quotes was, "Once a man has served in elected office, he's no good for honest work." But it is good to chair a meeting of current politicians. I think I admire everyone who's willing to stand up, be counted, be courageous, and stand up for what they believe. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for all of our candidates. Now, 2 things. Number one, you'll know that please turn your question card to our panel, and our ushers will be around to collect them, or you can bring them. They're going around right now, or you can bring them up at the break. The second thing I'd like to mention is City Council in Calgary is composed of 15 members, each one of them who has an equal vote. And we're fortunate today that we have 8 aldermanic candidates who decided to be here and stand for public office, and I'd like you to know about them. So if they're here, I'm going to ask them to stand and be recognized. And let's have them all stand, and we'll give them applause at the end. James Maxim, Ward 11. Joe, just hold on to the applause. Joe Magilioka, Ward 2. Kevin Taylor, Ward 7. Nargis Dosa, Ward 10. Steve Chapman, Ward 9. Zach Pashik, Ward 8. Jim Stevenson, who is the incumbent alderman, Ward 3. Tommy Lowe, Ward 4, and Richard Pootman, Ward 6. Let's give them all a round of applause. So, we have a break. There's coffee and soda available at the bar at the back. Thanks for your volunteers. A chance for you to meet all the candidates. The membership table is open at the entrance. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a 15-minute break. If you come back 15 minutes, 2 seconds, we have a secret that we use at the Calgary Leader Performance called singing "I'm a Little Teapot." So please don't be late. We'll see you in exactly 15 minutes.